Hey guys, this is Camfrey15, and
The Red
yes,
Wolf here,
joined
surprisingly enough.
in the same room for
Hmm.
like the first video for like a while. Like, it has been some time.
Yeah, times are changing, guys.
Yes. The only reason why, today we're doing a review together, in the same area is because he had a free day and he was kind of all by himself chilling at home, so whatnot.
Why not? I mean, if you guys are afraid that I'm contaminated, don't, because.
Yes, we take precautions here. But anyways, one, sorry that this is getting out late. Now we know that this show, Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai, comes out at night. I believe 7 o'clock. On Verve, Crunchyroll, whatever. We'll be having those things come out Friday nights, so we'll be better prepared. We just saw this, we're like, oh, we didn't know, and by the time we saw it was on Verve, it was already too late to watch the episode and then make the review. So we did it today, and we're gonna give it to you here today. Now, these is gonna be like the one special time where this goes up Saturday, but going forward, next week this will be going up Friday nights, like usual, like it should be. Anyways, yes. So we're actually reviewing Dragon Quest Dai, which when I first saw the trailer, it was thanks to Geekdom 101, who we both subscribe to and we both watch, who kind of hyped up this show. So thank you from him. Um, and I gotta say, this first episode was really freaking good, and I can't wait to see next week.
Yeah, I agree. Like oh my god, I just want to see more now. I mean, not just because the animation, but the story itself. That was.
It seems like a pretty good story. Now, we don't know much about the Dai character other than the fact that he just shows up in Jump Force from what we
Mhm.
played. Um, and all I know is I guess he's really good at using a sword because I played as him as in Jump Force. But yeah, I don't know. Also, I don't know nothing about Dragon Quest whatsoever here. I'm guessing this is like another alternate little thing that takes place, I guess, from the original video game, Dragon Quest little storyline going on there.
Mhm.
I haven't played any of the video games before, even though I know they're like RPG type of games. But yeah. So this is kind of my first introduction to Dragon Quest, and so far it's freaking good just from the perspective of Dai. Like I said, we're gonna talk about the plot points in this episode, and then I guess just talk about some things we liked in this episode because I don't think there was anything we didn't like about this episode. But anyways, we're here to talk about it. So the premise of the show is, which starts off that a hero defeated this really bad guy named the Dark Lord Hadlar, and because of that, the hero doing that, the world was brought to peace. And then this baby, in almost like a Moses type of way, was found by this one monster on this island, and we find out that's Dai, and this monster named, well, who he calls Grandpa Brass, takes care of him for, I guess, the next few years of his life, and stuff like that. Now, Dai wants to be a hero, and his grandpa's like, "You're being a mage. No ifs, ands, or buts about it," and stuff like that. And it was just funny because I'm like, okay, Dai's character seems very energetic, very personal, and something I can get behind. I like him
Mhm.
and stuff like that. Now, this is when we run into some adventurers. If you would like to take the reins of this thing.
Oh yes, those disguising themselves as hero and their companions, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, they start sailing across the island. Dai sees them into the distance, and of course, he thought that was actually the hero and his companions. So he just sailed off on some kind of merman, fishman.
Yeah, that's what the guy's name is called, Merman. And can I just say this? The monsters' designs in this episode were actually pretty unique and crazy. Like, you had a freaking vulture that looked like some kind of mixture of a moth or a butterfly body with just the wings and head of a vulture. You had a pretty badass looking golem type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
A saber-toothed tiger with freaking rock star hair. What else? What else? What else? A thing that looked like Blooper, essentially, from Mario, but it was like a squid. Um, just very unique designs for these monsters, which I like a lot. So you can go back to what you were saying.
So yeah, they start telling Dai stuff like they're like they're looking. I guess they told him that they were looking for the golden.
They're essentially looking for Goma-chan,
Yeah.
which is, I guess, Dai's, little friend.
Mm-hmm. And Dai fell for the. I can't speak today. Okay. Dai fell for their tricks, and he led them onto the island. Calls his little monster friends, and they start surrounding them and stuff. And they okay, what else did they say?
No, that's kind of it. Now, Dai actually goes back because they're asking for Goma-chan, and he goes to retrieve Goma-chan, and then, you get everything that happens there, where he gets tricked, and all the monsters are getting caught up and stuff like that. They take Goma-chan, and they essentially leave. Now, what happens is Brass gives Dai a sword and these magic cylinders, or these magic capsule-like things. And he says, you can trap them or trap living things in it by just saying the word gulp. And he does it on Brass, which was freaking hilarious. And he's like, hey, stop it, but then he sucks him back in and then does. Now, also, Brass does give him these golden ones as well. And he's like, yeah, they were given to me by the Dark Lord. I don't know what these things do. So, after sealing him back up in one of them again, he asks some of the other monsters around, like, hey, who wants to come fight with me? And yeah, so what happens is these fake heroes essentially try to give Goma-chan to King Romos. And Romos is actually falling for the fake heroes thing too, because he thinks they're heroes as well. Then Dai comes in, and then when you get a freaking all-out fight in the ship, which was very beautifully animated, which at the end of the video we'll talk more about the animation. But like very fluid, animation, front going. Now, maybe some people might have an issue, maybe the 3D CGI used in this episode because, CGI with anime isn't the best. But hey, it is what it is.
According to him.
Am I not wrong?
I mean, I don't have that much problems with it. I think it depends on the anime. For here, I don't really have that much of a problem.
Okay. Now, this is when we get to the climax of the fight. So, Daraloin, who's the leader of the fake heroes, essentially is kicking Dai's butt. I almost called him Gung. He's kicking Dai's butt, and it looks like he's about to essentially be like, "It's your time is over, time to die." But then that's when Dai pulls out one of the golden capsules and releases these all these bunch of slime guys, like from the little dude from the time I got reincarnated from slime. Yeah, so there's just a bunch of them around, and he gets all scared. And next thing you know, he pulls out another one, and then you get a big dragon here. Well, not a big dragon, but a dragon that is essentially tearing up the place. And you have Daraline get scared, shitless, essentially. One of his freaking buddies, which I guess one of his wizard buddies, actually get burnt to a crisp by one of the dragons, which I found hilarious. Also, the girl, who I thought was pretty attractive, even though she was evil, was getting chased by the saber-tooth tiger. Now, things happen where they get the upper hand on them, after, I don't know why the dragon was taken away, but okay. They take away the dragon because they have Goma-chan, and the lady's like, if you don't retract that dragon back, I'm gonna kill your buddy here, and stuff like that. So he calls back the dragon, and essentially it's like the tide turns. Everybody's starting to get beat and everything, but then, what happens at the end, which was very hilarious, is all the slimes come together and create a thing called King Slime, and essentially it beats the fake heroes. The fake heroes are tied up, and first Dai seals Daraline, and after all of that happens and they defeat the fake heroes, King Ramos says is fine with what they did because he was tricked too. And it seems like the kingdom is also fine with the monsters. They're not like super, super bad enemies. That's what I thought. Like, oh, there's like rival groups, but no, they're like, I guess you can say mutual respect.
Hmm.
Because, like, don't bother us and we won't bother you, type of thing. Now, the king gives Dai this crown called the Crown of Champions, and he calls Dai the future hero. If you would like to carry on with the end of the, after I guess the 3 month time skip here in this episode.
Okay, so it looks like Dai was doing some mage training, and it's not going too well for him. And Brass was just like, "Weak, pathetic, bonk." And that's where they suddenly see a ship coming nearby, and
You can read my notes here.
okay, uh, okay, and Brass says that it's a sacred ship that only a sage can use, and that's where we get introduced to some interesting individuals. One named Bishop Timon of the Papnica Kingdom, and the sage's Baron, and who came in orders of Princess Leona, who was with them on a mission.
And then, if
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to explain the last scene before the episode goes off the air.
Oh yes, just so you, just as we know, a certain quite a beautiful princess starts walking in, and she sees Dai, and she asks, "Are you a hero?" And Dai is all like, "Yep." And the princess just laughs and said, "You're so tiny and how unreliable and stuff."
Yes, they're playing like this very triumphant music, and then when she says that, it's like that, like the music just dies out slowly, and then that's when the episode ends off, and then next week is gonna be a episode about Dai and Princess Leona. And your phone's going off like crazy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this was a very good first episode, and I'm very intrigued to see more of this.
Yes, I just want to see more now.
Like, I feel like the banter between Dai and this princess character is just gonna be hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And then the design choices were really good. I like the designs of just the characters here. And I think the one biggest thing we're gonna probably talk about this episode before we end off the episode here is the animation, man. Some of the best animation you could potentially like watch an anime of. If you're just trying to watch this just for kicks and giggles, you have to appreciate the fact that because this is being produced by Toei Animation, which is freaking shocking, because a lot of people do not like Toei, mostly because their animation can be sometimes not the best when it comes to some animes, and people do complain about it.
Dragon Ball Super.
Or One Piece if you want to be like that. Trust me. Some people were before Wano. Some people did not like Toei Animation's animation of One Piece before Wano. But Toei Animation clearly wants to do a good job with this because the animation looks on point. Like I said, some animes, I don't know how they don't get to be a chance to be looking this good, but hopefully, it seems like I said, it seems like that when they were fighting, the animation was very fluid, like very fluid. And like me, if you watch any of my reviews, I really don't talk about animation. I really don't, unless I need to bring it up. And just to say, this animation is very clean, colorful, very vibrant. There's vibrant colors here. And I feel like the animation just is good for this, show. And man, when we get, I guess, to the good parts of this show, I hope the animation is gonna be top tier. But hell, what can I ask for? This animation in this first episode was top tier.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Unless you have anything else you want to bring up.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I found this show.
Yes. Dragon.
I'm looking forward to more. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, Dragon Quest Dai seems to be a must-see anime, even though there's a lot of other must-see animes like Jujutsu Kaisen, which might win probably anime of the season. But hey, I don't know. I think Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai is gonna be pretty good. Highly request you guys give it a chance. Yeah. So anyways, you can actually find this on Verve or Crunchyroll. I think it's even on Hulu. I believe I have to check that. But you're gonna definitely need a premium account to probably watch the episode after it comes out. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait a whole week and stuff like that just to see the first episode. And you have to wait a whole nother week for the second episode. Essentially, you'll be like a week behind. But again, you can get a premium account on Crunchyroll for $7.99. For me, I have a Verve premium account, which I think Verve is the more definitive, better version than Crunchyroll because you get a bunch more anime selections. And you even get the channel Boomerang if you like, Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Like, for example, the Looney Tunes are Tom and Jerry. That, if you get the full package, is $9.99. So, your typical average, subscription like a Netflix or a Hulu. But other than that, we're going to get out of here. So, if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this episode and your thoughts on Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai. Are you a fan of Dragon Quest and were you looking forward to this? Are you new to this like us? And you can't wait to see more. So far, I like Dai as a character. I definitely like not the prince. Well, I need to see more of the princess character more. Mm-hmm. But I guess the one other pink-haired companion Dai comes across. She's a snack. She's just a snack. I think I'm gonna take her as my top 10 waifu of this show.
We're just in the first episode and he's already picking out a waifu. OMG, guys.
Anyways, we're gonna get out of here. Hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Dragon Quest content as I guess this season progresses. And I think if this season is good, maybe we might get another season of this. Hopefully. Anyways, also it'd be much appreciated without spoilers. If there's any more information about Dai or the Adventure of Dai of Dragon Quest. If you're, a fan of this, please put that, because I would like to know more about this. But other than that, we're going to get out of here. So, hopefully you guys have a great day or night whenever you're checking out this video. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Till then, guys. Peace.